Today on the channel, hopefully all the training is paid off, as today we've got a review I've been training a lifetime for with the Super 7 Ultimate Edition, Cliff Burton.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a good heavy metal brother. We got Cliff Burton. But for all your Cliff Burton and all your Super 7 Ultimate needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get the deal out there. And of course, you guys know Super 7 Web Store. Go over there. Put in code KYLEP at checkout to support the channel. You can also do that as well if you want to. And of course, we're going to do this review the way I want to. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I shouldn't have to introduce Cliff Burton to everybody here. Of course, the original Metallica bassist from back in the day on 3 of their classic albums. Some would say their most classic albums, myself included. Of course, Kill 'Em All, the best album they ever did. Then you got Ride the Lightning, you got Master of Puppets as well. Cliff Burton made a heck of a mark very early on with Metallica's sound. Unfortunately, as we do know, did die in that tragic bus accident way back when, so we didn't get to see Metallica really rise to the superstardom they are here. But man, a lot of people were in love with Cliff Burton and his bass playing, really taking bass to another level there. And I remember the first time as a little kid finding out about Metallica and, of course, Cliff Burton. I was in 5th grade when my metalhead journey began for me. And Faith No More, The Real Thing album came out. And if you guys know Faith No More, once again, good friends with Cliff Burton. So that kind of went together there as they came up kind of together with Faith No More and early Metallica, as we do know. But I was a huge Faith No More fan, and they did a cover of War Pigs on the Real Thing album. And I remember saying, man, this is a great song. Oh, it says it's a cover band. I guess I'm going to check out this Black Sabbath band. So I checked out Black Sabbath, led me to Ozzy, led me to Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, all the greats, including, of course, early Metallica. And I remember listening to all that, and I think And Justice for All was just out, or just recently out around that time as well. So I was, obviously after Cliff's death with no bass really on Justice for All. And then I remember the Black Album coming out, and I remember being a very young kid, probably 6th grade when that came out, and being very disappointed of the Black Album. I loved Enter Sandman, but everything else wasn't my Metallica. But, you know, it's better than a lot of things, so I will give it a little bit of a pass there. But classic Cliff era, that's the Metallica for a lot of the metalheads out there, myself included. Especially Kill 'Em All, as I always do say here on the channel. But Cliff, an integral part of the Metallica sound, especially back in the day. So really cool to get this figure here. Now, we did get a reaction figure of Cliff Burton. I think maybe a couple of those, actually. I don't collect those ones too much, but we did get those. Now we're getting the Ultimate Edition. Will we get other Ultimates? I guess you never know. We'll have to stay tuned for that. But a lot of people are saying, oh, I can't wait for the rest of the Metallica members. I don't know. You would think Metallica might be into it because Super 7 out of San Francisco, Metallica out of San Francisco. Match made in heaven, you would think, but I don't know. That Metallica license fee is probably pretty expensive. But it would be really cool to have old school Metallica. I mean, there's a lot of eras of Metallica they could easily do. And I'm sure Super 7 would like to do it if the money was right. But I'm not going to hold my breath, at least for anything like that in 2024. But what we do have and what we do celebrate here today is Cliff Burton. And I put on my Cliff Burton gear today. I got my Misfits shirt on. I got my denim. No leather. It's not a Saxon unboxing, but I got some denim going on. Got the Misfits shirt going on. A little tribute to Cliff Burton right here. But let's dive into this figure. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Let's see what's going on. We'll do some comparisons later on in this very video. Very cool packaging design here. I love the Burton logo and the kind of the Metallica font there. Really, really cool going on. 14 and up for this one. Watch out. And then you got the very cool denim slipcase cover on that. Very, very cool packaging. One of the coolest packaging designs in a long time from Super 7, if you ask me. Got the Super 7 button on here. Of course, you put your buttons, all that kind of your patches. Got all that kind of stuff. We got a little bit of that going on right there. Looking good on the side. More denim. more denim, and then on the back you got some Super 7, you got some logos, some skulls going on, looking very cool there, and it wraps around to the front with the Ultimates. Just a very, very cool thing. But of course, in traditional Super 7 fashion, we got the slip cover here, gonna give it the old gentle off to the side, see you later. And man, the myth, the legend, Cliff Burton is out of the package, he's ready to go. 3 head sculpts on this Cliff Burton, all the fingers you could even want, and even the Mounties finger. You want the finger? I'll give you the finger. And he's got the finger right there looking good. Love the Misfit shirt on this one. So iconic to Cliff, and I'm glad they could get the rights to that work out. Very Ride the Lightning-like packaging design here. Of course, the Burton logo, once again, looking really good. Big window box looking awesome. Lightning going on throughout. We're ready to ride that lightning here in this review. Then on the back, very cool image there. He's giving the old fist, the old metal ring looking nice. Looking like Cliff all day long. Then you got a little tail of the tape down low there. Let's see what it says about our old friend, Cliff Burton. Let's see here. Clifford Lee Burton was born in Castro Valley, beautiful this time of year, California, on February 10th, 1962. As the major rager bassist in Metallica, Cliff became one of the most influential musicians in heavy metal. His life ended suddenly on September 27, 1986 in a tour bus accident in Sweden. Pretty gnarly if you read the story on that. His legacy continues to live on as an icon of individuality. Proceeds will benefit the Cliff Burton Scholarship Fund. And I know Cliff's dad, who recently passed away about a year, 2 years ago, what is time, as we do say, was a big champion of that as well. So a lot of the charity aspect going on with this one right here. But let's get Cliff out of the package. A very cool figure, like I did say. Looking good, and we'll talk about this in a second here. But we do got the plastic prison looking really good. He's got clip strips like a young Todd McFarlane on the couch. He's clipped in there. We'll have to cut him out. But looking good here. We'll dive through all this. But in the back, I'm going to try to pull this out once again. Very similar to the Lemmy figure, which we unboxed recently on the channel. An all-timer, that Lemmy figure, of course. Off to the side, see you later. You get the Cliff Burton cabinets back here, so you get some bass cabinets going on. Nice attention to detail. It's the actual bass cabinets, not guitar cabinets. Looking good with the Burton, Cliff Burton right there, looking really nice. Off to the side, see you later. But I'm going to take this offline, get these McFarlane-esque clip ties off here, and we'll be back talking all things Cliff Burton. All right, we got Super 7 Ultimate Cliff Burton out of the package. Let's start off with the accessories first, then work our way into the figure. How about? But let's start with the hands, and oh, baby, he's got 2 fists of fury. When the chips are down and the major rager needs to throw down, he's got 2 fists to take care of business if he needs to. We got 2 gripping open hands over here. You can shake your hand or slap you silly, give you a little paintbrushing action right out of the package. Now, you do get 2 gripping hands here in case you need to grip the hammer he comes with. We'll get to that. So you got 2 gripping hands, 2 fisted hands. Then we get his bass playing hands. I guess you got the hands there, and then you got the hold the stock up at the top. So his bass playing hands as well. Choosing your own hand adventure. And then, of course, very iconic to old Cliff here. You do get the middle finger of doom. You need to throw that one up. You can have him and Lemmy, of course, Super 7 Ultimate Lemmy. Check out the review, like I said. You got the middle finger for Cliff as well. Cliff does have that patented skull ring he always had on. Love the attention to detail. Has that on all these hands here. So we got Cliff's hands taken care of. Let's keep going here. And I guess we'll go to the hammer. And everybody's probably like, why does Cliff have a hammer? And this is an exceptionally deep cut. At least it is for me, maybe. But a lot of people, of course, longtime metalheads, fans, and fans of Cliff Burton and Metallica know that Cliff used to carry a hammer around with him. Yes, it's a true story. Nobody expects you to carry a hammer, but he's got one right here, and it does come with his figure as well. Pretty wild, pretty adventurous there to carry a hammer wherever you go, but he did get it with his figure as well. So shout out to Super 7 for that one. Now we get down to the main event here. We do get his bass guitar, and gosh, this brand, does it say on the headstock? Oh, I can barely read it. It's cursive. It's cursive. It's on the headstock, but this, I believe, is his Aria. I never knew how to pronounce it. I'm not even sure. Do they still make bass guitars? But it's the black and gold, as it was always known. The Aria. You know what I mean, if you know what I'm talking about here. But the black and gold, he's got the gold, of course, in there. You got the strings going on. It is truly a bass guitar. You got the same strap we saw, same material with Lemmy. Makes all the sense in the world. A very, very good-looking bass guitar. Very Cliff Burton, on point, of course. I think he played a red bass guitar in the Kill 'Em All days. I remember those pictures. But this is probably his most iconic bass guitar, I would say, fairly easily. And makes the most sense for being with this figure here. But now we get down to the main events right here. We're going to get down to Cliff. And of course, Cliff does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at ringside collectibles. He does fit perfectly on there. But we get 3 head sculpts with Cliff here. So we're going to choose our own head adventure. Straight out of the package, you get the plain Jane, I'm just chilling Cliff. I'm just hanging out. Got the long hair flowing, looking really, really good. Very almost pencil thin Bob Dylan mustache. Is almost what it reminds me of there. Looking really good. The brown eyebrows do match. He's got just a little bit of a stoic face going on here. So a plain Jane version of Cliff. But then, you know, the metal starts playing. The hammer gets taken too. And we got the heavy metal heads here. So we got the hair whipping. Almost looking like a young Dimebag Darrell almost a little bit here in some ways. Mouth is open. You can see the tongue. You can see the eyes. The hair off to the side. Got the big old sideburns going down. He's headbanging away. Looking beautiful over there. And then this third head sculpt, another great one. He's really letting that hair flow. Man, all that hair flowing up in the air. He's doing the old neck spins there. Man, his neck wouldn't have held up to all that. Just ask Tom from Slayer. He had to have neck surgery. I'm sure Cliff would have been down that same exact road. But you got the sideburns looking really good. He's gritting his teeth and bearing it. He's just doing it all for the love of heavy metal. So shout out to old Cliff here. Looking good in the head sculpts. Now, I am totally torn. I'm going to have to play around with this one. There's not a clear-cut winner in the head sculpt department. It all depends how I want to pose him. Do I want to have him standing there with the hammer? Maybe I'll use this one. But if he's rocking out with the base, most likely, I'm going to have to use one of these 2 heads here. But all 3 head sculpts, fantastic. Now, we talked about in the Lemmy review, these seem to be very similar. Beautiful head sculpts on these guys here. Now, we've seen some Super 7 figures, like some of the wrestler ones, for example, where they look dangerously close, but they look a little cartoony. These look very realistic. Very happy to report on that. That was a lot of people's worries. But man, a fabulous job on Cliff. Fabulous job on the Lemmy head sculpts. I'm here for this all day long. Now, I did buy 3 Lemmys. I will be getting 1 more. I might pick up 2 Cliffs. We'll see. We'll see what happens. No, not sure how many Cliffs I need in my collection, but I definitely needed multiple Lemmys. There's no doubt about it. But you can't go wrong with Cliff Burton in your collection. You can't go wrong with Lemmy either. But diving into this one a little bit, let's go through the articulation real quick. Of course, head is removable, up and down, side to side. Not tons of movement there because of the long hair, of course. Arms do go all the way around. You can hear that squeak. You get a little squeak action there. You do get a bend at the elbow, little side-to-side action, of course, Super 7 style. Hands removable, back and forth, looking really good. No ab crunch on this one. You do get a waist going on. You do get some of those Cliff Burton splits. Tough to split in your jeans, though, that's for sure. But he does get some of that. Leg does go up. You do get a bend at the knee. You do get side to side at the knee. You do get the boots up and down, side to side as well. And we saw he does fit on Mattel ringside collectible stand. So shout out to that one if you do need those. Now, diving a little deeper into this figure, he's got a little bit of tears in his jeans. He probably fell on the old playground. The old playground, a dangerous place. You get on that blacktop and kids are chasing you, you fall down. That's what happens to your jeans. I think that's probably what happened to Cliff. Somebody feel free to fact check that one if they want to. We did talk about the ring finger. He's got it over here as well, looking really nice. And then, of course, the most iconic thing about Cliff's look to me from an early age is the Misfits shirt underneath there. Big Glenn Danzig and Jerry Only fan over here, but a lot of us love the Misfits, of course, and I think probably Cliff was probably my introduction to the Misfits as well, so it's funny how it always snowballs from different bands to different bands to different bands to different genres, no doubt about it, but repping the Misfits shirt behind here. Of course, we've had some Super 7 Misfit stuff over the years, so I like that they could join up because this figure would not be the same if it was just a plain black shirt underneath. They couldn't get the Misfits iconic look going on. Just really brings a lot to this figure, so I'm very happy about that. And then I do love the denim jean jacket going on. Denim, not everybody can pull off the denim. Not everybody can pull off the denim in leather. Only Biff from Saxon can really do that, but I try from time to time. But I love a good jean jacket. I always have since I was a little kid. A little out of fashion these days, but not for me. Not for me. I'm still rocking the old jean jacket. Shout out to everybody rocking jean jackets still in this day and age. But it does look really good. He looks like he just walked over the Canadian border. You just got the Canadian tuxedo going on. But it is a striking look. It's a heavy metal look. It's a good look. Shout out to Canada up there. But a very, very good Cliff figure going on. Very nice tight jeans, brown boots going on. Just a beautiful, beautiful rendition of Cliff Burton. A beautiful tribute right here from the Super 7 team in the Ultimates line. Man, bring on more heavy metal figures. Heck, bring on some Cliff repaints. Not sure exactly what they would do, but I'm sure there's a little bit of meat on the bone still if they really wanted to. And like I said earlier, I think a lot of people would love to see Metallica made. Don't know if that one's going to be in the full-on cards here, but I'm very happy we got Cliff. That is pretty cool, really, at the end of the day here. But, of course, we got the man, the myth, the legend, my all-time favorite. We got Lemmy here to ride behind Cliff. Super 7 all in on the bass guitarist. All in all day long. They're here for the bass guitarist. Maybe we get Paul McCartney next. I'm here for that, too. Can we get a Paul McCartney Super 7 Ultimate? Just have a Murder's bassist row. We'll get Geddy Lee. We'll just get all the greats. We'll get all the greats there. But looking very cool against Lemmy. Look like they belong together. Of course, they will probably be displayed together in my collection and a lot of other collections as well. Just very, very fun. Bringing my two loves together of heavy metal and music, bringing action figures, put them together. You really can't go wrong with either of these figures anywhere. I mean, just absolutely perfection. I am here for this. Bring me more of this. I want all of them. Get me Judas Priest. Get me Slayer. Let's get them all. And we do got a little Slayer Ultimate Edition. I'm hoping that leads into the actual band. We'll see what happens with that as well. But man, oh man, Cliff, playing a lot of hits, no pun intended for me. A must-have pickup. Grab it, of course. Strongly recommended for me right here, no doubt about it. This is barking up the right tree for me. But what about your tree? Is this for you? Is it a pass? Is it a pickup? Is it a long game? Is it the dreaded no game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. So we got videos every single day and then some. We, of course, got videos on 2 YouTube channels, so make sure you do subscribe. Of course, we got videos every single day on both of those. And of course, don't forget to support the channel. Head on over to the old Patreon. Patreon, truly the best way to support your channel. A lot of bang for your buck over there, of course. We got content every single day and early content for a lot of videos, as you guys know by now. And then, of course, don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Cliff, Burton, and Lemmy too, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.